The Devil's Acre. A spring break nightmare. Sarah Jenkins, a meticulous botany student at the University of Arizona, had a peculiar habit. Every morning at precisely 6:17 a.m., she would photograph the desert sunrise, noting the subtle shifts in color on her weathered iPhone. This particular morning, March 8, 2018, was no different. She debated between the usual spot near the saguaro cactus or a slightly elevated vantage point by the abandoned gas station. Choosing the gas station, a seemingly inconsequential decision, would irrevocably alter her life. A faint hum of anticipation buzzed through her. Spring break was a week away, a trip to Sedona with friends, hiking, stargazing, a break from the relentless pressure of her thesis. The air was crisp, carrying the dry scent of creosote and the metallic tang of the nearby highway. An old, faded advertisement for coldest beer in Tucson clung to the gas station wall, a silent witness to the impending horror. As she framed her shot, a rusty olive-green van with mismatched tires idled on the shoulder, almost invisible against the muted landscape. A seemingly innocuous detail, a forgotten relic, would soon become a cage. The van, a mid-80s Dodge Ram, pulled closer as Sarah adjusted her camera. A man, early 30s, with greasy shoulder-length hair and eyes that seemed too bright, leaned out the passenger window. "Excuse me," he called, his voice surprisingly smooth. "Know where the Lost Dutchman mine is?" "We're completely turned around." Sarah hesitated, a flicker of unease crossing her face. I think it's east of here, near Apache Junction. About an hour." He smiled, a disconcerting, practiced smile. "Mind stepping closer? My map's kinda faded." As she edged closer, reaching for her phone, the passenger door slid open. A second man, burly and silent, grabbed her arm. She screamed. A sound swallowed by the vast desert. "Get in the van!" The first man yelled, his smooth facade shattering. Sarah fought, kicking and clawing, but they were too strong. The last thing she saw, before being shoved into the darkness, was the peeling paint on the gas station wall. A faded image of a smiling cartoon prospector, now a mocking symbol of her stolen freedom. The smell of gasoline and stale cigarettes filled her nostrils as the van screeched onto the highway, heading north, leaving the dawn behind. The next 11 days were a descent into hell. Sarah was held captive at a remote ranch, 50 miles north of Kingman, Arizona, a place locals ominously referred to as the Devil's Acre. The ranch belonged to a cult known as the Children of the New Sun, led by a charismatic and terrifying man named Elijah Crowe. Crowe, a self-proclaimed prophet, preached about cleansing the world through suffering, preparing for a coming apocalypse. His followers, a mix of lost souls and true believers, carried out his every command. Sarah was subjected to psychological and physical torment, isolated, starved, and forced to participate in bizarre rituals. Crowe's twisted logic was chilling. "Pain purifies, Sarah. You are being prepared for the new dawn." Meanwhile, back in Tucson, Sarah's frantic roommate Emily alerted the police after she missed their spring break trip. The breakthrough came on March 19th, a week after Sarah vanished. A state trooper, stationed at a routine Dewey checkpoint near Seligman, noticed the olive-green Dodge Ram white. The driver, a man matching the description Emily had provided, couldn't produce a valid license. A quick background check revealed an outstanding warrant for petty theft. Inside the van, crumpled in the glove compartment, was a faded sunrise photograph, dated March 8th. The Arizona Department of Public Safety raided the ranch on March 20th, 2018. The scene was horrific. Dilapidated buildings, makeshift altars adorned with animal skulls, and a palpable sense of dread. Sarah was found chained in a windowless shed, barely alive. Crowe and several followers were arrested, but two key members, a burly man identified only as Silas and a young woman known as Ruth, were nowhere to be found. Even with Crowe behind bars for life and Sarah in therapy, battling PTSD. What happened to Silas and Ruth, the ones who vanished into the Arizona desert, still remains a mystery. Were they merely pawns, or did they hold a deeper, more sinister role in the Children of the New Sun's rituals than anyone realized, potentially carrying the cult's horrific legacy into the shadows?